Several new developments in South suburban Dalton today. First, the state comptroller has suspended some payments to the village because it
Several new developments have come to light in South suburban Dalton today. First, the state comptroller has suspended some payments to the village, citing Dalton's failure to follow the law by providing mandatory financial reports. According to sources within the administration, the village's financial situation has become so dire that the manpower is stretched to the breaking point. Sound dramatic? It is. Today, we're diving into one of the wildest scandals to hit a small town in recent memory. Imagine this. A mayor who once boasted about cleaning up her community now finds herself knee-deep in debt, begging for help from the very people she has wronged. Sounds like a plotline ripped straight from a dramatic movie, doesn't it? Well, welcome to the real-life saga of Tiffany Henyard, the embattled mayor of Dalton, Illinois, whose extravagant spending and alleged corruption have thrown her town into financial chaos. And now, in a move no one saw coming, she's asking for donations on GoFundMe to raise an eye-popping $10 million to cover up the mess she created. Yes, you heard that right. You truly can't make this stuff up. The legal appointment. That's what the trustees of Dalton are calling the situation. The news of the state's financial intervention caught them by surprise, and now they're consulting with legal counsel to figure out the next steps. To understand how things got this bad, let's rewind and start from the beginning. For those unfamiliar with her story, Tiffany Henyard has been a significant player in Dalton's local politics for several years now. Yet, instead of being remembered for positive changes or initiatives, she's made headlines for all the wrong reasons: mismanagement of taxpayer money, reckless personal spending, and now the cherry on top, a GoFundMe campaign that has left her entire community in disbelief and outrage. The residents of Dalton are left scratching their heads, asking, is this real life? Because let's face it, who in their right mind asks for donations after splurging public money on luxury vacations and personal indulgences? Well, Tiffany Henyard does. When confronted about her use of village funds, Henyard deflected, stating, I do not handle anything as it relates to the village's credit cards. Yet, some of the charges reportedly link directly back to her. So, is she playing innocent, or is there more to the story? To set the scene, Dalton is a small town just 22 miles from Chicago. It's not a bustling metropolis, but rather the kind of place where people expect their local leaders to keep things running smoothly. They pay their taxes and trust that public funds will go towards services like road maintenance, public safety, and community programs. Instead, they got a mayor who reportedly treated the town's budget like her personal piggy bank. Rumors and reports have been swirling for months, suggesting that she is on the brink of bankruptcy after draining public funds on high-end makeup, flashy cars, and lavish trips. And when we say lavish, we mean at Vegas vacations, luxury hotel stays, and personal security details that rival those of Hollywood celebrities. It's no wonder the residents of Dalton are furious. How could this happen? They ask. How could someone who campaigned on promises of improvement turn around and treat the town's finances like a bottomless ATM? One resident remarked, we knew it was going to be a little messy, but we never expected it to be this bad. It's not just about the money, it's about trust, responsibility, and the apparent betrayal of an entire community. But Henyard's financial woes didn't stop at taxpayer money. She took things a step further by taking out personal loans totaling millions. These loans have now come back to haunt her, with creditors reportedly knocking on her door demanding repayment. And here's the kicker. Rather than facing the consequences of her actions, Henyard has turned to the public, the very people she betrayed, and is begging for help. Let that sink in for a moment. The same community members whose taxes she used for luxury spending are now being asked to bail her out of financial ruin. It's almost surreal. What's particularly interesting about this case is that it highlights how someone can operate in a legal gray area, being highly legal and unethical at the same time. As Dalton's finances spiraled out of control, so did Henyard's reputation. The situation began to unravel in March 2024 when reports surfaced alleging that she had misappropriated taxpayer funds. And we're not talking small amounts. We're talking tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, funneled into personal expenses. The outrage came to a boiling point during a heated town meeting where a resident confronted Henyard, boldly stating, "You lied to us. You do not stand for me. I want you to step down as mayor today to save our village from the deficit you created." The sentiment echoed throughout Dalton, with many feeling utterly betrayed by a leader they had once trusted to look out for their best interests. Is it any surprise that trust in her leadership is now in tatters? Now here's where things get even juicier. After years of financial mismanagement, Henyard decided that the best way to get herself out of this mess was to launch a GoFundMe campaign. Yes, you heard that correctly. The same mayor who allegedly spent taxpayer money on luxury goods and personal security is now asking those very taxpayers to fork over even more cash. And not just a little bit, she's aiming to raise a cool $10 million to help cover her debts. Naturally, this move has left the community and the internet absolutely gobsmacked. Social media has been ablaze with comments condemning her actions. One particularly scathing remark summarized the general feeling. So the joke of a mayor who stole millions in taxpayer money has started a GoFundMe asking taxpayers to pay again? The arrogance and entitlement are sickening. Another comment went further, stating she needs to see the inside of a prison cell for many years. Taxpayers should demand justice. It's clear that Henyard has not only lost the trust of her community, but has also enraged them to the point where they're demanding she face serious consequences for her actions. But the fallout doesn't stop at public outrage. Let's not forget the facts, the undeniable financial mess that Dalton now finds itself in. Henyard's time in office has been riddled with controversies, from alleged misuse of public funds to personal loans. One of the most shocking outcomes: the town's police department is reportedly facing repossession of their vehicles because the village can no longer pay its bills. Imagine that, a mayor spending public money on luxury vacations while the local police force struggles to maintain basic operations. Talk about a fall from grace. And it's not just the financial aspects that have people up in arms. Henyard has been accused of shady dealings involving public programs. Take the Section 8 housing program, for example. This program is designed to help low-income families secure decent housing, but instead of ensuring that the funds were used for necessary repairs and improvements, Henyard allegedly pocketed payments while using the money for her extravagant lifestyle. This isn't just mismanagement, it's a direct affront to the very people she was supposed to serve.